the folks at home that are watching this press release. Welcome to those and welcome to the media that's here today in council chambers for this important press release. Housing and homelessness are difficult issues across many communities, and it's a problem that is getting worse in Greater Napanee. Firstly, I would like to thank the frontline workers at the town, Pellis, and the many agencies that work tirelessly every day on housing and homelessness issues. We have a difficult job, and our community is grateful for what you do. Our country, our province, our town are facing a crisis that is affecting every aspect of our daily lives. It is a problem that is getting significantly worse in scale and that has left many of our citizens with questions about what is being done. I'm here today because of the numerous phone calls members of council and I continue to receive to let us know that they need greater clarity on the issue. I can confirm that the residents of Greater Napanee, no matter which side of this conversation you're on, do not feel heard by housing authorities on this issue. They do not feel consulted, and they do not feel confident there is a real plan in place, and their patience is growing thin. Communications and consultation on this issue to all those affected in Greater Napanee, the housed and the unhoused, has been largely absent during this crisis, and I believe that needs to change. As a result, members of council and I are asking the County of Lennox and Addington and Pellis, as the provincially mandated authorities on affordable housing and homelessness in our town, to work with our citizens to develop a clear and comprehensive plan. Ontario's Housing Services Act requires the County of Lennox and Addington, as the service manager, to develop a plan with clear goals and objectives to meaningfully engage with the public in its development. And now is the time to live up to those obligations. Greater Napanee is a community most impacted by housing and homelessness in our immediate area. The problem is in our parks, on our streets, and sadly appears to be headed to our courts. In the town of Greater Napanee, in addition to the needs of the unhoused, we are dealing with issues of access of public spaces, weapons, and needles in our parks, increased fire risks, and damage and theft of critical infrastructure. We have done our best to manage the issue with our encampment protocol and create predictability, but in the absence of a clear plan and increasing costs, we are struggling. It is with our challenges and continuing inquiries we get from citizens in mind that I wanted to confirm for the public that the town of Greater Napanee has asked for the provincially appointed service manager for affordable housing and homelessness, the County of Lennox and Addington, to work with our citizens to develop a comprehensive plan with clear goals. Last week, we also officially requested that the elected representatives of Pellis Committee include the need for public consultation and a plan with clear, achievable goals on the agenda for their upcoming housing summit. I am confident that the forum will have some good ideas that together, elected officials and staff from all communities will find a path forward. While Greater Napanee does not have the mandate nor the budget for affordable housing and homelessness and struggles to manage encampments in our parks, we stand ready to do what we can. We want to be part of the solution that our residents are asking for. To be specific, we would like the Housing Summit to result in clear action and assistance for the communities struggling with homelessness. Our ask is for Pellis as the service delivery agent and the county as the provincially mandated government for housing and homelessness to include the challenges in our park and to include the challenges in our parks in their plan. Speak with our citizens, consult widely, learn firsthand the issues I'm hearing every day. The answer to this issue is to have more politicians involved in this conversation and less lawyers. I believe that we can do more, and as the mayor, I am happy to commit expertise and time to assist the county in developing a plan that works for all of us. A plan with clear, achievable goals accompanied by regular reporting to the citizens who have invested in it. Greater Napanee stands ready to receive you as a partner, to share our experience in managing this difficult issue, and to do whatever it is within our mandate to support that effort. We know that their frontline staff continue to do great work every day, and with the appropriate guidance and support, we can come together to work towards common goals. I want to thank the Pellis Committee for their efforts to create the opportunity for us to come together for discussions for their upcoming homeless summit. In particular, I want to thank the chair of the Pellis Committee, Councillor Sam Brandenhorst, who first put forward this suggestion at their June meeting. It is through this type of leadership that Councillor Brandenhorst has shown that we can come together to tackle this issue for the unhoused and the housed alike, for all of us. I'd now like to ask the Chief Administrative Officer of Town of Greater Napanee, Matthew Grant, to just to explain some of the trials and tribulations that we're experiencing right now, and specifically the costs. So go ahead, Mr. Grant.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So as the mayor has indicated, the problem of those living without shelter in our community is getting worse. And in fact, in the last month, we have noticed a significant increase in the parks and peripheral areas. And while the county and not the town has the mandate and the funding for homelessness, we still experience some pretty significant cost and operational impacts. So in the past year alone, we've had a budget impact that has exceeded well over $200,000. The majority of our bylaw services capacity has gone to the encampment and homelessness issue. We did add an extra bylaw officer, and it is now taking the resources of all of our officers on an almost full-time basis. This issue has now reached 10% of total fire calls, both for overdose issues as well as fire risks. We've incurred some significant legal costs, and that's primarily around ensuring that the encampment protocol will hold up to court scrutiny, and we believe it will. We've also had increased training requirements, including for hazardous waste disposal. So what the public may not see is often when there are encampments in public spaces and those encampments decamp, as it were, and move on, there's hazardous waste that needs to be removed. It needs to be removed safely. Needles, propane tanks, other things of that nature. We need to make sure that our staff are safe when they remove those materials, and so we've taken action to ensure that. And we've had no indication at all that there's going to be a reduction in these costs. In fact, they're only increasing, and what council can expect this coming year is we're going to have a line item to budget for this. So as the mayor has indicated, we did send letters at council direction to both county council and the Appellate Committee. The letter to the county identifies our request to them as the government responsible under the Housing Services Act to address the homelessness and housing issue, particularly that in our parks. And we've asked for the development of a plan. We believe the latest iteration of a plan, that which is done in 2023, as near as we can tell, is insufficient. That particular plan, in terms of consultation, as near as we can tell, surveyed 50 citizens, interviewed 6 people experiencing homelessness, and the majority of consultation was staff and frontline service providers, which, while important, does not address the community on a community-wide issue. The current plan was hard to find, first and foremost. It doesn't really include any measures at all to address the issues of people living unhoused in public spaces. As I mentioned, the majority of the input was from staff members. And we believe that there is the appetite for a comprehensive community-wide consultation. In our own consultation with the Parks Bylaw Encampment Protocol, our survey was 10 times that. It was 550 people that responded to that. We had 2 public meetings that exceeded 300 people per meeting and was standing room only. We had numerous reports, and there is ongoing education. And so for the Appellate Committee, what council has asked, and we have asked them in writing, is to please include this as, the need for a comprehensive plan as an agenda item, a key agenda item on the upcoming summit in October. And with that, Mr. Mayor, I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Grant. I think at this point we'll open up the opportunity to ask if there's any questions. I know Adam, I don't know if you have any questions or not, but we're more than welcome to try and answer them here today. If not, we'll get you some answers in the very near future. So
yeah, just wondering for that October 1st summit, is that going to be open to the public?
It's not our party, but maybe Mr. Grant has further information on that. Go ahead, Mr. Grant.
So, Mr. Mayor, at that point, it's unclear. We haven't seen an agenda. You know, for the record, I know our citizens would be interested, at least for the media to be able to attend such an event. So I will certainly follow up with that with those holding the summit.
That's good.
Yeah, great. Thanks, thanks, Adam. Here's the reality, folks, is that people shouldn't be living in tents and sleeping on sidewalks. I never thought our country would ever get to this point where we're seeing that, and not only just in the country and in the large metropolitan areas, but in the small town, rural province of Ontario. But on the other side of that conversation, moms, baby carriages, and seniors walking hand in hand with their loved ones that they've been married to for 50 or 60 years shouldn't have to navigate their way around sidewalks that are needles and watch people have baths in the river. They don't deserve that, and they should get more than that. So I think we're all here and we all understand that the situation that's before us is a multifaceted situation that's not going to have the answers readily available tomorrow or the next day, but we got to start somewhere, and we've got to start moving forward with this, and we've got to have a plan that'll make what we're doing predictable, so that the folks see that there is some light at the end of the tunnel. So having said that, I don't know if there's anything else that anyone would like to add. If not, obviously we appreciate your time, and thanks for logging in, and we expect to have a good day at the October Summit, so thank you.